Hello and welcome to Bronze, and it's happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're all well on this lovely sunny afternoon. It's 23 degrees outside. Goodness gracious me! I gotta say, I'm almost getting sunburned just sat in here on me old bedside. Anyway, then we're getting ready for what is going to be an absolutely fantastic race. Remember, this is the extra race. This is because of course, because Bronze started slightly later, didn't it, than our ever league. So yeah, it's great to have you all along here tonight. It's absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it? Really going to enjoy this one. This is going to be a fantastic night of racing. I have no qualms about that. And we have got 19 drivers that will be going for gold. Wow, or should I say bronze is what I should be saying. Is that we're about half a minute into this session as well then. And looking very forward to what is going to be a absolutely fantastic race. Of course, we are home for the home of British motorsport, aren't we, here tonight? Of course, this is where Formula 1 was born all over just about 70 odd years ago as well. It's good stuff indeed then, as we as Nuna has just pointed me into his direction because he is making his debut here tonight, as Collins Collins unfortunately is of course got a has been retired from the session now for being a naughty boy then. Yeah, so Nuna is making his debut here tonight, so absolutely fantastic stuff that is from Nuna. I hope he has a really good day today. So good luck to him, and I hope he enjoys, which of course it's all about enjoyment, and it's also about winning as well, which is definitely what I would try to do, which I never do anyway, because I'm a bit rubbish with the old with the winning and losing kind of stuff anyway. But nevertheless, we are getting going now. Then, of course, we've got a couple of cars out on track at the moment, and this promises to be a fabulous night of racing, and no doubt about that. Then, oh dear. Anyway, then, yeah. So we have got oh my goodness me. Let me go through the drivers and the constructors, shall we? Of the bronze racing then, and we're on board then with Ayrton at the moment. Of course, Ayrton had his first DNF, didn't he, last time out in where were we? Where were we last week? Gosh, I can't remember. Oh, Abu Dhabi. Yeah, that was his first DNF in Abu Dhabi. He crashed in the same spot of where Rosberg and Carter Kane crashed back in 2012. It was a followed shunt, wasn't it? Of course, Carter Kane was breaking down, and Rosberg went straight to the back of him, didn't he? Absolutely, that was a bit of a scary one indeed, wasn't it? On board then, we've won the Haas. I said I'm looking for Mike, and there he is indeed, just going through Stowe as well before coming up to the final final combination of corners. Then in the Drivers' Championship, we have Energetics, who is leading by just a single point from Nude Potato, which is still my favourite driver, my favourite gamer tag I have ever seen. Absolutely splendid, isn't it? But it's 1 point separates the top two in the Drivers' Championship. Fantastic. In third position, we have Gurman, of course, that fantastic win in Austria. He is only he's only 12 points behind currently. Sean Hammers has moved up one position. He's in fourth position. Forza has gone up 3 positions. He is up into fifth. Fantastic. Amazing Steel dropping down 2 positions. F1 Legend is no longer with us in 7th position. Blaz, who missed last time, he is in 8th position. Then 9th position is Velocity, and Curly Red in 10th position. I'm looking forward to seeing Curly's helmet. We all know I love a good helmet. So yeah, I think I'm looking to see what Curly Red's special edition helmet is for this British Grand Prix. Of course, celebrating 70 years of Formula 1. Brilliant, isn't it? That's fantastic stuff. Of course, talking to Mike then, he moved up 9 positions after last week's fantastic drive. That was his best performance of the season. Absolutely splendid, wasn't it, from Mike there? He was on fire. Also, Gooner moving up 1 position, and Toro by Rosso, another one of my favourite PSN names as well. It's also moved up 1 position. Right, and the constructor said it's status quo, more or less. Haas has taken the lead in the is taking the lead in the constructors. They are 4 points in front of Alfa Romeo, who've lost the lead then. And we have also got Red Bull in third position, McLaren fourth, of course, with our new driver. We'll talk about him in just a few moments. Toro Rosso in fifth position, Williams is sixth, Mercedes is seventh, 8th position is Ferrari. Renault have moved from the bottom of the table there in 9th position, and a Racing Point is currently in 10th position at the moment. Energetics has gone fastest. He's on the soft compound tyres then. I've missed a couple of blimey, you guys are chatty straight from the off. I love it. Energetics is fastest, Mike is second, and Ayrton in first position, and Sean Havers is in fourth at the moment then. As we are having, of course, this is a bonus round, isn't it, to make up some races then in bronze, because bronze only started a couple of weeks ago, didn't they, in the one of another fantastic circuit, which was Monza, wasn't it? Brilliant stuff indeed. That is Gurman goes at 3/10 of a second slower than Energetics at the moment then. Nuna says feel good, so we finally be racing. Good stuff indeed. Becca Jones then, of course, she is supporting the Welsh contingent, and she with Sim Racer, Curly Red, Sean Havers, all for a podium today. Granty, hello my husband, hello my wifey, hope you're well. Of course, I always go by the motto as well, happy wife, happy life. So yes, I hope Granty as well. I'm sure, I hope he is. He's always well, isn't he? We've also got he's also saying good luck to the Williams team as well. Sim Racer, haha, love it. I can wish. Evening all as well from Sim Racer. Jake Wilson, good luck. Justin, Nuna, Michael, and Smithy. Lovely. So we've got 8 cars. We've got 8 times on the board, but we've got a lot of range of tires out there, which is very interesting indeed, isn't it? Of course, like in every Formula One event, it is the soft, medium, and hard compound. The soft tire. Oh goodness me, we've got some of those off the track there. It's one of the Renos. One of the Renos is taking a trip there. It's Toro Rosso, who is, oh dear, he's that's not good at all. Luckily he's in the Renault there, but he's damaged the end plate on that car, and burning the bit of rubber as well there, as he needs to I think it's just make sure there's no damage on the car, and make sure that the structure integrity, I gotta say, I've eaten a thesaurus tonight, so you'll see some really big words. Structure in I've forgotten what I was saying now, but anyway, yes, he's got a problem with his wing now, so he's gonna have to come back in the pits, because that's gonna be a lot of downforce. This is a track where you need to have a good front end, don't you indeed? And that's something I don't have. I don't have a good front end or a good rear end, do I? And look at this, and as Curly Red starts that one, he has got a new we're on board with him now. Let's have a look at a lovely lovely helmet here from Curly Red there. A beautiful helmet indeed, isn't it? Oh, I love a bit of blue and red there. Reminds me of the Chelsea kit from a couple of years ago, when they had a bit of red on their kit, didn't they? Goodness me, that was really shaking things up, wasn't it? And as Emma says, just said, would it be something short of a miracle is Ayrton can recreate my win on Sunday, but let's hope, well, Ayrton's doing a good job at the moment. He's in 6th position. Remember, Ayrton is very green to this world of league racing, and I got to say that I think he's done very well so far. To finish any races in a league is absolutely stupendous. So well done, Ayrton. He was just unlucky in Abu Dhabi, so hopefully he can climb back up the ladder tonight. Absolutely good stuff indeed. Then, of course, talking about the other debutants, I was talking a load of rubbish last week. If anyone's listened to me, which I hardly doubt they do, to be fair, but there you go anyway. But Nude Potato is not a debutant, of course. He is Con 1, who is now Nude Potato then. So of course that's why he is so high up in the championship standings at the moment then. We're just watching our favourite Irishman, and that is Gunnar there, of course. Car 83 in the Ferrari. He has also jumped up a couple of positions as well then, last time out in Abu Dhabi. Good stuff indeed then. Dead Rabbit has joined there, better late than never, my good man, but at least he's in there. Coming into Cop's Corner now, Gunnar has said. He's left a lot of the outside track there, so he hasn't really gone straight to the edge of the limits just yet now, but he's got plenty of time for that, of course, hasn't he? We have got Mike saying it. Cheers, JW. We've also got Ayrton. Please don't remind me of last race, Sean. I'm still seeing flashbacks. Hey, Mr. Commentator Man. Hey, Mike. How's it going? So Gunnar's coming down the hanger straight as well then before going into Stowe. Of course, Stowe was the scene of where Michael Schumacher broke his leg in a horrific accident back in 1999, didn't he? Of course, that really curtailed his championship, didn't it? Unfortunately. So Gunnar's now coming up to the line then. Let's see what we can do then. Gunnar goes 10 fast moment. He's 3/10 of a second in front of his teammate Lucius at the moment. Good stuff indeed then. Here comes Just B, who has had a change of identity here. Lovely shot here through Cop's Corner. Fantastic. But yeah, he's had a change of identity here tonight, hasn't he? He's now Bradfield. I've got to make sure I don't say Bradshaw, of course, being a big old wrestling nerd that I am. But yeah, he is Bradfield. He is, so good stuff indeed there. I prefer that name anyway, Bradfield. It makes me feel a bit more, what's the word, professional. He's coming down the back straight as well then. And let's see what I can do. Do you think I'm safe, P6, at present on the medium tyres? I don't think you're safe at the moment, but I would wait and just see what occurs in this qualifying session as Brad Field is coming into the pits now. Then, of course, there's going to be a lot of track evolution, is there, and things like that out there at the moment. Of course, Mike is on a 28.6 at the moment there, isn't he? Which is that's a very decent time on the medium tyres there from Mike there. Of course, I reckon Mike has broke through a personal glass ceiling, hasn't he, after that incredible performance last time out in Abu Dhabi. He was incredible stuff, and I'm glad that Mike got my reference there, as he has chanted JBL in the commenting section, so it gives me a warm fuzzy glow. There's 2 DRS zones around here. There used to be 3 last season, didn't there, which was on the back straight as well. Unfortunately, Grosjean could tail that, didn't he, when he had a big old smash there, didn't he, in the 2018 British Grand Prix, which is a shame now, really, because I quite like the challenge around DRS there, and now to deactivate yourself into turn 1, which is unfortunate there. So we're back down to 2 DRS zones this year, of course, on the Hangar Straight and also on the Wellington Straight as well. Sim coming through the final corner, and he goes up to 6 fast one. Good stuff there from Sim there in the racing point as well, which is soon known as Aston Martin from next season, won't it indeed then? So we expect to change the colours then as well. Well, I'll be interested to see what colours they actually go. The racing points indeed then. Is that McLaren using the D-pad? So I think he's on about Forza there, who is currently in purposes mode. The only man that I know, the only man that I know of who has been using the D-pad for the past 10 years is Forza. Of course, we all used the D-pad way back when, didn't we? Of course, when there was no analog sticks on the, I think it's the PlayStation 1, wasn't it? Of course, PlayStation 2 is what they had the analog sticks there. But yeah, of course, Forza, I think that's an absolutely tremendous talent, isn't it, to use the D-pad there? But of course, we're all different, aren't we? Which is good stuff indeed there. We like a bit of diversity and all that kind of jazz. We've got a yellow flag in 2 coming out of left field, I think it is. Lovely shot from the nose cone here of the McLaren then. Of course, Force over a new teammate this season. This weekend now, and from then on, so good stuff indeed there. Watch out, McLaren, he's definitely on the D-pad. So as I granted there, is just getting a bit of banter there at the moment now, isn't he? Who else we got? We got our debutante here tonight, of course, Nuna, who is very happy to be in this Williams car then. He is in for Cheyenne at the moment. He's 24 hundredths of a second down on his personal best after the Wellington Straight there. Good stuff indeed then. And now he's accelerating out of left field and getting very much squirrely then, wasn't he? As he was coming over the coming out of left field indeed then. So that was getting very, very interesting indeed, to say the least, wasn't it? So we're on board then with the Williams car as well then. As now he's looking at, he's touching 190 miles an hour, isn't he? Before look at this complex of corners. This is fantastic, isn't it? Before coming into Chapel as well, then you can see dropping down the 6th gear before stepping on the accelerator. DRS wide open there. Of course, that little it's Dead Rabbit has left the session there. So that's a shame now for Dead Rabbit, isn't it? So never mind. Hopefully he'll come back in the not too distant future. Maybe he's just gone off to probably have a bit of a practice, maybe, or something like that. Here comes Nuna then. So Nuna's done a very good job so far this day. Fantastic stuff indeed then. He is currently, as German's retired from the session, but he's in the pits then. Nuna comes through and he improves by 3/10 of a second. He is still in 10th position there, but he's edging closer to Ayrton. Ayrton at the moment there is supposed to a very strong time by the looks of it. Here comes Lucius. 1.3 seconds in better. And he goes 6 faster. Lucius does good stuff indeed then. Smithy coming through the final turn. He's gone 10 faster at the moment now. 28.7 there. Goodness gracious me, there is starting to really heat up. Velocity coming through. Cops with some velocity as well. We got some oh dear, I think that was a Renault who is just skirted off it, cops there. That's not good at all, is it? Lovely shot here from Velocity then. Over the shoulder as well. Brilliant stuff indeed then, of course. Coming through Chapel as well. DRS the board to remind you of where to press the DRS button, of course, which probably helps, doesn't it? As we're coming down the old back straight now then as well, before flicking it in to Stowe, I should say. And now up to the line as well. Let's see as he comes through the final couple of corners then, and let's see what he's going to do. What is he going to put on the board then? Velocity, he's coming over the line and he goes at 5th fast moment. Lovely stuff indeed there for Velocity, beautifully done. And he is in he's in the top 5 then. Good stuff indeed then for Velocity. Velocity started off the season very well, didn't he? Then unfortunately Austria didn't go too well, and in Abu Dhabi he could not race, unfortunately then, but nonetheless he still has those 18 points there from Italy, but he's had 2 retirements since then, hasn't he? Can he get himself back on the old saddle here tonight? And that is the question, isn't it? Sorry, I've had a bit too much Monster there, so I'm a bit gassy, which is nothing unusual there, isn't it? Here comes RDWE coming down the back straight then, in the Toro Rosso, then flinging it in there. Car 69, and look at that suspension, really working its wheels off there into the final corner. Now he's round deployment. Then of course we've got telemetry down the right hand side. Oh goodness me, a bit of a power slide as well before he comes over the line. Then let's see what he can do. He is in 14th position at the moment. Then remember that we are aiming to lose 4 drivers in this session then, so 16th, 17th, 18th and 19th then. If you qualify in those positions, you are out of qualifying. In the danger zone at the moment then is Bradfield, is Gunnar, and also Blaz and Tormoy. Those are some big names in there at the moment then. They need to get themselves sorted with only 3.5 minutes to go then. Bradfield is starting us up now. Let's go on board with car 6 then. In the McLaren, and this is his new home here in ALR Bronze, and a fantastic opportunity for just being and changed his name, and now he's a new man. And let's see what he can do then. What is he going to be able to do in terms of the times then? Accelerated away, then you can see taking a couple of oh goodness me, he's hacksawing away at that wheel there, isn't he? I think he was more of a lumberjack there, wasn't he, coming through the loop then. Here he goes, and he's 6/10 of a second up. That's a much better time at the moment then. Currently then, let's see if he can keep the momentum up. Yellow flags is fluttering on the old start finish straight, which is just around this corner here then. Is Bradfield stamps on the loud pedal, and he is coming over the grid hatchings as well then. As Granty said, hoping to see battles to see what Gold did. Definitely indeed, of course, Gold there. We had a reschedule of the Spanish race after Codemasters decided to shut us down, which was very rude of them, wasn't it? But of course, so it's good that it's luckily we had this week break, really, wasn't it? As I meant to be in Portugal, well, I was meant to be coming back from Portugal, probably steaming like a kettle still, but nonetheless, that's just the way it goes. That is now is Bradfield coming down the back straight, and DRS would be deactivated as soon as he touches that brake pedal. And look at that coming through Stowe as well. Then now into the final couple of corners, and lovely shot there, beautiful shot then from the McLaren. There, absolutely stunning stuff. It's a work of art, isn't it? Accelerated out there in the final corner. Let's see what we can do at DRS, and he is on the money as well. I don't know why I said DRS, so I think I'm a year behind. He is over the 12th position road. He's at a 28.8 there. Good stuff indeed then. Ayrton has dropped down to 30th position. Nuno's dropped down to 14th as well. He's out on track at the moment. Our RDWE is in the pits, and Gunnar started us off as well. Blaz is coming out of the pits. There he is. So we're going to keep an eye on the Irishman, and that is Gunnar then. RDWE, I think, is actually coming in the pits there, isn't he? So at the moment we've got Gunnar, of course. Collins out qualifying already. Then Blaz and Tormoy Rosso is also in the drop zone. So we're on board with Gunnar then, and let's see what he can do then. Yellow flag is down this back straight. It is for one of the McLarens there. It is for Bradfield then. Wow, lovely shot there. It is for Bradfield then, who is cruising back to the pits, and I'm wondering if he's in limpo mode there. It's here comes car 83, because I think Bradfield might not have enough fuel to get on board then, but luckily he just needs to coast back to the pits, and he should be fine and dandy. Coming up to Cop's corner as well, a lovely shot here from Gunnar, back on board the Ferrari driver as well. And look at this then, his fuel light is flashing. He's got a lot of deployment. Gunnar's done a very good job on the old strategy around here, hasn't he? Of course, you can't just turn it up to the max there and just go for it. Of course, you've got to think about this, don't you? Curly Red, I think it's just jumped up into 6th position. Good stuff there from the Red Bull driver. Only 3/10 of a second better in the second sector there for Gunnar. So at the moment, that is not going to get him away from the danger zone too much, is it? But it might just be enough. But oh, he's gone wide then. Our Cops, a lovely shot from the nose cone here at the Ferrari. And lovely stuff indeed there. Work of art, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful stuff indeed then. Getting a bit of an acute angle here. Now he comes over the line. Let's see what Gunnar can do. He is in 14th position at the moment then. And well, I think he might be feeling a bit nervous on that at the moment. Ayrton doing a very good job actually. What about Nuno then? And I think RDWE is out of qualifying. Tormoy Rosso is also out of qualified as well. The checker flag has fallen then. And let's see what he can do. Ayrton's out of qualified. Ayrton's out of qualified. He's had a big smash, Ayrton. That's, oh goodness gracious me, that's not good at all, is it? I'm not sure what's happened there with Ayrton. And that is that's a big old smash there. Look at that. I think he's out of turn one. I wonder if he lost the back end there. Ayrton there is going full beans, but unfortunately and Nuno's off, he's gone off. I think that's it. Where is that? I think that's at Cops, isn't it? Illicit Cops, and of course the flat-out right-hander, and he's damaged. That's a lot of in-play as well there, but Nuna is still through at the moment then, and with Ayrton unable to reply, I think that Nuna might go through on his debut. Fantastic stuff. Here comes Blazen. We're on board with Blazen. Let's go through Cops as well. Look at that there, not a hint of a lift there from Blazen as well there before he flicks it into Maggots and Beckett's and through into Chapel as well. We've got a Toro also in front. It's Velocity in 7th position at the moment then. DRS are right on the money then as well. I think Blast was thinking about a cheeky slipstream there, but he decided against this. It comes down the hanger straight as well then. And before he flicks it into Stowe, then lovely shot from the Williams side. Look at that car. It's absolutely a work of art, isn't it? Albeit it was probably one of the slowest cars on the grid there in 2019. Now let's hope 2020, when it eventually gets going, will be a much quicker car, even though it does look like a tube of toothpaste at the moment. We're on board Blast and he comes through. This is much better. This is a good time for Blast and he goes 6 fast at the moment. And I think that is a Nunes out of qualifying. Goodness gracious me, and so Nunes out of qualifying. Ayrton would have made it back, wouldn't he? Would have made it through there. What a shame there for Ayrton. He is out of qualifying. Oh dear. Yeah, someone's actually raised a really good point there. I think I should be saying Nunda, not Nuna. So it is, yes, it's Nunda. I'm going to be saying that all through the session now, anyway, so I'm going to really, emphasise the D. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think Nunda then is out of qualifying, unfortunately. And also, was pushing too hard out of Q1. We've also got Mike saying, do you know what my best qualifying places so far? I raced in Austria and Abu Dhabi, but can't remember my quali positions. I'm sure that she was in the top 10 in Austria, Mike. I'm sure you was. I'm sure you was you was alongside Just B, I think, in Austria. So I think it was in 9th position. So I think it was very good qualifying performance. Anyway, we'll come back to that in just a few moments. Then out of qualifying is Torman Rosso. He had a bit of an adventure, didn't he? Collins is out as well. Both Renaults are last. Unfortunately, RDW is in 17th position, and Nunda is in 16th position, and Ayrton is in 15th position. Ayrton would have made it through if he didn't damage the car, and what a shame there. What a shame there for Ayrton then, as he is out of qualifying. We are going to go into qualifying 2 in just a jiffy then, as we're now just coming up to qualifying. So we're just coming up to qualifying 2 in just a few moments then, as Dead Rabbit is back in the session then. Good stuff indeed there for Dead Rabbit. Lovely stuff indeed then. So we are now into qualifying. We're now into the qualifying 2 then. So we've now got only 15 minutes in this session to get this all sorted out. Unfortunately, Serious Mushroom, who is usually one man who's usually a very keen viewer on this PlayStation, unfortunately you can't see on PlayStation again then. I would suggest I would try to turn off and back on, but I don't think that's going to work in this instance. It's got very murky, hasn't it? Of course, we are. Do you expect? You normally expect rain here in Silverstone, don't you? So unfortunately, I think that just goes with the program, everyone. So I hope everyone is actually ready there and got the. I hope everyone is ready and prepared with their wet setup then, because it's more than likely we will be seeing some wet weather running, I think, sometime more or less in the near future then. Anyway then, so as we have now a minute into the session then, as we have got Kelly saying Michael was alongside Just B. Does that mean Michael was in the war too? I think, I'm sure they came together, didn't they, in Austria? I can't remember if that was gold, or if that was silver or bronze. I can't remember where. I think it was bronze actually, wasn't it? Because Just B did scrape through into qualifying 3. Had a fantastic qualifying performance, didn't he? And somehow I think they did. I'm not sure if they came to blows as such, but Just B unfortunately was out of qualifying literally about 3 seconds after the lights went out as well. Caught too much curb in turn 1. Ayrton did. He's absolutely gutted there. What a shame there. What a shame indeed there for Ayrton there. As Curly Red there is on its outlap at the moment, and he is coming up to Cop's corner at the moment, and you can see he's weaving from left to right and trying to get some tyre temperature into those tyres, and they are now heat tempered. They are now heat engineers, and they want to get the tyres as hot as possible, but they want the engine as cool as possible, don't they? Here comes Velocity. He's always a man on hot form, isn't he? As he comes through Stowe, and now he is about to start his lap as well. Rain is expected in 5 minutes. Oh, incredible stuff then. So yes, there is a bit of moisture in the air then. Oh goodness me then. So here comes Velocity. He's coming out of the follow chicane and he's about to start his lap now then. So yeah, I think that's why we got a lot of cars out, and every car is out on track at the moment. Here comes Velocity flying through turn 2 then, and now he's in the newest part of the Silverstone section. I wouldn't say it's new anymore. Of course, it was back in 2011 was the first time they raced on this configuration of circuit, wasn't it? As Velocity there coming down the Wellington Straight then as well. Then so you got to get your laps in quite early. As Nunda is saying that there will be rain in 5 minutes. He's my Ted Kravitz here in this session at the moment, and look at that. We did think it was a bit gloomy, didn't we, when we first got this qualifying 2 session underway, and it really is, isn't it? So yeah, there's going to be a lot of cloud cover, and I wonder how this is going to affect the qualifying 3 as well then. Velocity is coming up to Cop's Core as well. Look at how much curve he's taking. Look at that. Incredible stuff. Almost, he's all 4 wheels off the track there, or just about, I think. But he is still, was he? Oh, I think he might have been just there, but very, it's a game of inches, isn't it? As I said all along there. DRS wide open now then. We're on board there from the side. Halo cam here of Velocity as we're going down the hill now. As Marcus Rashford has said hi. Hi, Marcus. Hope you're well. As we're on board there with Velocity as he's coming out of a Stowe as well. He's inviolated this time. Goodness me then. And he is going to have to go around again then. Velocity is on the medium tyres and Sim is on the soft tyres at the moment. And of course, if you're getting the top 10, you must start on the tyres which you set your fastest time on. Sim is coming over the line and he goes fast as there on a 28.1 there. Good 70 then. What about the Red Bull there? The cur of Gurman. Sorry, Gurman's gone fast as he's on the soft tyres there. A lot of these guys might not be going for the quickest time out there. Well, they might be going for the quickest time out there now because of the rain coming as well. Just giving a look then at the rain. Then Energetics has got second fast mode. Then we got Mike who's in 5th position mode. Then we got Bradfield up there as well. Blast in the pits. And rain! There's rain! There's rain! It's Forza! It's coming down the back straight. Oh goodness me! We got a yellow flag in sector 1 then, and Alpha and Melter come for as well. Smithy D. I haven't seen much of Smithy D at the moment. Well, he's on track now. He's on camera. He comes through the follow turn and he's just starting us up then, as I have peaked too early then. Story of my life. Velocity is coming out then as he flies through Cop's corner, and let's see what we can do there, because someone just popped up. There's a McLaren there of I think it was Forza, wasn't it? Yeah, he was. So Forza's coming through again. And what about Bradfield then? He's coming through the final course. Right, we've got a racing point who is facing the wrong way. I think it might be Sim there. Bradfield is dominating 9th position. Velocity is on track mode. We've got Lucius, and we've got Smithy D out there as well. I've got a real bad echo in my room. I think I might need to put some old posters of Lewis Hamilton up, don't I, really? Velocity is coming out of Stowe and he's in the pits then. Oh goodness me then. So Lucius is carrying on as well then, and as we're on board now, as we're just looking down, indeed there's got some football chatter going on there. I'm wondering what as Emerson is saying, oh my god, it's Rashford. Do you know Rashford, Emerson? No, it seems like Emerson knows everyone, doesn't he? Goodness me then. He's also asking, are you real? Well, I hope so, unless he's a bot. Of course, we don't like these damn bots, do we? Who just chatter. So they're probably going to ask you for your number in a minute, Emerson, so watch yourself. So we have also got, as Granty is, I think, trying to persuade Nunda to go to Leeds, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure about Leeds personally. I think that it's a... I went to Leeds a couple of years ago, actually. It's a nice place, I suppose, but I prefer it in the old Gloucester region. Smithy D coming through the final turn. He's on the medium tire. He is out qualified at the moment, just 9 minutes to go. Oh goodness me, then this is going to be very interesting indeed, isn't it? Oh goodness. So what about Gunnar? He's on an outlap at the moment. So as it stands at the moment, with the rain just going to get heavier and heavier, then it's going to be. Look at Gunnar. He is just trying to wiggle from left to right now. He's trying to get some tire temperature into those soft tires. Oh, as it's going to be very interesting indeed then, and it's going to be really difficult, isn't it? Blasted is coming out of Cops. He's giving it all kinds of welling there coming out of Cops. Goodness me then, but he's carrying on an energetic retire from the session then. Of course, then we think that with this rain carrying on, the cars are just going to get slower and slower. Look at these slick tires out there. There's no grooves in them at all there. They ain't going to be able to dispatch any of the water coming down from the sky. As a Blast also doing the wiggle from left to right as well. Smithy is 8 seconds down then. Gunnar is just behind Blast at the moment, and Velocity is also going to be out as well. Oh goodness me then, it's coming down. It's I might have to Google who Marcus Rashford is in a minute, because I'm a little confused, because I think there's a lot of chat going on in the old comment section about Marcus Rashford. Is that Blast coming through the final turn out? He's about to start his lap then. As now then, let's see what Blaz can do then. It's all or nothing for Blaz. Look at the grip there. He's got no grip, has he? DRS has been disabled. That means it's, I think that means it's too wet for the DRS. That is the drag reduction system. And Blaz there getting very wiggly, isn't he? Very wiggly indeed then. Oh dear, oh dear. Kelly's saying if Justin can avoid a penalty and stay out of the water, it will show my rear to, I'll show my rear to the Queen. Oh goodness me. I gotta say, that would be very bare of you, wouldn't it? As a Gouda there is also struggling there with the look. There's a bit of water coming over those soft tyres now as well. I think qualifying is over for Q2, everyone then, which is unfortunate to say the least, isn't it? As we're on board now. As we're on board then with the Ferrari indeed then, so this is not good at all, is it? As we're on board, as Kelly's saying, Gugas Marcus Rashford, you're a legend for that. Grant is saying, and if you're not sub to the channel, please see my husband, and he does a fantastic commentary every Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. I love Grant. He gives us a good old plug. Oh dear, Blas said, I think it's recovering. That is it. Blas is out of qualifying session. That is such a shame now for the Williams driver. I think Gunnar, who's still on the lap at the moment there, but it's very pedestrian like compared to what it was when we had a full dry track there indeed there. As we're on board then, this is not very good at all, is it? Oh dear, so that is such a shame there, isn't it? What a shame indeed that, as Marcus Rashford was saying, you'll need me one day. I'm not sure if I think oh dear, probably something to do with Leeds or something, I don't know. Leeds didn't Leeds used to, I think of course we know who Rashford is. I think well, I'm pretending like I do. I'm trying to be cool, you see. But yeah, I think didn't Leeds used to have Jermaine Beckford or something? Well, he was a quality striker, wasn't he? Really was. I used to buy him on FIFA all the time. Brilliant stuff. We have also got Mike saying didn't check the weather. So, but luckily from Mike's point of view, he is into qualifying free then, which is fantastic stuff indeed. Then intermediate tires going on Forza's car. Guna there is wandered off there to check out the fans. I think Blaz is going out again. Then unfortunately, I think Gunnar is, look at the wet times there. He's almost 20 seconds plus from the back. From the back of Smithy then. So sorry, I breathed at the wrong time now. There's lovely shot here from Blas. He's just having a day on the beach then, by the looks. There's lovely parking there from Blas. We'll leave him to it. So Blas is going to be 13th. Velocity is 14th. Gunnar is now 12th then, and Smithy D is 11th then. So just we got all kinds of stuff going. Oh my gosh, what that's a great emoji there from Grant there. But Michael he's on the used medium tires. That's why he's disappointed, I think, by that. Oh dear, that's not good at all, is it? And Nunda said, don't worry, you're already through 2Q3, Michael. Velocity Games then barely went off the track, entering the final section, gets invalidated. I think we was on board with him, on board with you, and did that. Very unlucky. Kelly is saying it's cooler to no Rashford. We've also got Becca saying all three Welsh guys are in qualifying free. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Yes, they did until he moved then. And as Nunda was he was a quality striker then. So as Mark Russell saying there's a lot of good racers here as well. Grant, he's saying the rain has changed the scenery. It really has. It's a terribly dull day out there now. Look at the rain. It's falling down from the sky. This is going to make it very interesting to qualify free, isn't it? Velocity Games. Oh, that's a bit extreme there for Velocity. He's not too fond with life at the moment, is he? But hopefully he can brush himself off and have a fantastic race. Because remember, the points are awarded usually on Sundays, but of course it's Tuesday night. As Guna there is going off the track there slightly. I think he's just getting on the way of Blas. I think Blas also invalidated his time as well. So unfortunately, then we have lost Smithy D, we have lost Guna, we have lost Blas, and we have also lost. We've also lost Blas and Velocity as well. Sorry, Michael on used tires. Do me a favour, Mr. Commentator. Comment that some say Michael should stick to commentating. He would get it. No, okay. Michael, I think you should stick to commentating. We've also and it's a private joke as well. I think Mike's doing a good job. He's in qualifying free, albeit with used medium tires, unless it rains, of course. If it rains in the race, then he will have an option option of tires, where he wants to go into the intermediates or the wet tires. If there's a sprinkle of rain in the race set, which can potentially help, then we're watching Gurman at the moment, who is actually got lost in the shuffle. It's we haven't really noticed about the order. Then this is the running order from Q2. When we come into Q3, this will be very relevant, of course, there, because of course all the times get reset, don't they, for qualifying free then, as we're on board then with Gurman at the moment. So currently Gurman is fastest, Energetic second, Sid Racer is third, then Sean Hammers is fourth, and New Potato is fifth, Forza sixth, Curly Red is seventh, Mike is in eighth position, Bradfield ninth, and Lucius is in 10th position then. Unfortunately, we have lost Smithy, Gunnar, and Blaz, and Velocity, unfortunately, all out as well then. So that is a shame. So Mike has just confirmed it is a dry race, but it's heavy rain in Q3. Oh goodness me, then we're going to see the full wet tires, and the intermediate tires could disperse 25 litres of water. I think the wet tires could disperse 60 litres of water, there or thereabouts. Quote by Crofty then. Crofty, David Croft, of course, the Sky Sports F1 commentator. So if that's wrong, then blame him. Just going back then as well, then Mike saying Ginger H is the best Ginger F1 commentator, apart from Anthony Davidson. Well, he used to be Ginger, didn't he? I'm not really sure. I think he's an Auburn now, isn't he? And we have also got Mike saying, unless of course Mike you're Ginger as well, if you are, welcome to the club. We have also got Kelly saying, payback Mikey boy, laugh my bum off. We have also got Granty, who is really who wants to ask the difficult questions of who is going to get pole position then. Well, currently at the moment then, we have got F1 Legend who's been on pole position, and we've had Mason Steele's been on pole position as well, but it's been Energetics who's had 2 for 2. Can he make a hat-trick of pole positions here tonight then as well? Well, the conditions are very much going to really throw a spanner in the works as well then. As Kelly has said, Michael is Ginger then. Oh, so brilliant stuff from Michael. So hello, fellow Ginger. Gurman is coming down into Stowe right now then. He is on the intermediate tires, and look how much slower it is there on the intermediate tires compared to the dry tires, isn't it? He's into the pit then. I think he was just trying to find his depth there, isn't he? And really just really trying to find his feet, so to speak. You can see, look at those black clouds overhead. Then there's a bit of blue in there, but I don't think that blue is going to be very relevant now, isn't it? Oh dear. So this is going to be very interesting. Here comes Curly at the moment then. He is just coming through left field and having to hacksaw away at that steering wheel, isn't he? Really very difficult at the moment there for Curly Red there to just get around the field there. As again, then all these guys are out there at the moment, and you might think this is a bit irrelevant, but of course it's never irrelevant, is it? Track time, especially in qualifying free, because it's going to be determining where we're going to go into the wet tires, which are the blue stripe tires, or the intermediate tires, which is the green marked tires as well. Then just going back then. So yeah, Eddie Noonda saying any predictions then. Kelly's confirmed that Michael has a ginger mullet. Oh, brilliant stuff indeed. Then I'll come back to you on who had a ginger mullet in the 80s. I can't remember. There was a lot of mullets in the 80s, wasn't there? We've also got Granted, it's got to be Red Bull. There's Forza P3 there for Granted. Also Nunda saying Red Bull are going to be strong. I'll be surprised if I get the top 10 there. Michael saying he does not. So it's oh dear. Of course, I'm not judging anyone on their hair or anything like that. Of course, it can't be any worse than mine. After that, I had a really nice haircut the other week. It's brilliant, actually. I've never looked so trendy in my life. It's a shame that we're in lockdown. Otherwise, I'll be showing it off. Anyway, into the pits comes Gurman now then. So that's the end of qualifying 2. It's a bit of an anticlimactic end to qualifying, unfortunately. But qualifying 3 is going to be very, very difficult indeed, isn't it? Because this, you've got to keep yourself on the island, don't you? It's going to be very difficult indeed then. So the Red Bull is just being wound back into the pit then, or reversed back into the pit then, and we're going to go into qualifying 3 in just a few moments' time. And that rain is getting heavier and heavier. The more we wait, then the more the more, of course, we're going to get the track's going to get wetter and wetter, of course, which will be slower, won't it? So then, into qualifying 3, then we have Lucius, who's on the medium tires. Soft tires for Bradfield. Mike is on medium tires, but unfortunately that is used, isn't it? Curly Red on the medium tires. Same with Forza on medium. Medium for Nude Potato as well. He's only 1 point behind Energetics in the championship. Very nip and tuck. Sean Hammers on the medium tires. Sim on the soft, along with Energetics, and Gurman on the soft tires as well then. Unfortunately, we are saying goodbye to Smithy FPD to Guna to Blast and Velocity, who have been knocked out of qualifying 1 then. Qualifying 2. We're going to go into qualifying 3 in just a few moments time then, as we are now getting ready then for the final part of qualifying then as well. And you can see that rain in the background. Look at it. It's we're going to have puddles. We're going to have standing water there. It's going to be very dangerous, isn't it? Of course, you can aquaplane off the track there. Remember that we had an awful problem there in 2018 there, didn't we? I think it was 18, wasn't it? Or 17, where it was very difficult in the opening stage of the race there, wasn't it? Where people were spinning off. I think Alonso had a very, oh my goodness me, that is a lot of rain then. And oh gosh, so these guys are going to have to be going to be on thin ice or thin water, aren't they? So who is going to be able to tame the waves then as we get into this qualifying 3 then? So we have lost more time in this qualifying session. Now we're down to 12 minutes then in this session then, as well as Lucius there is getting his car ready then. Energetics is retired from the session then, and now we're ready for qualifying 3 then. Of course, Energetics would have been on a hat-trick of pole position tonight. Unfortunately though, that will not be the case, as I think he's got a qualifying ban. And look at that, everyone is on the full wet tyres then, so no one's actually gambling on the intermediate. Said that might be a good call, that might not be a good call. I'd have given it a go personally, but then again, that's why I'm usually in the hedge more often than not then, as I make silly calls. We're on board with Mike at the moment. You can see, look at that rain that these drivers are going to be absolutely drenched by the end of this session, aren't they? As we're watching Nude Potato then. Can he get his first pole position there? That Nude Potato, remember, in Spain was an absolutely fantastic drive from Potato, wasn't it? It was brilliant. Can he do the same again here tonight? As we're just coming down then, as Kelly is saying, Mike also had a thing for Jensen Button, so his favourite car is a Ginger McLaren there. Well, to be honest, I had more of a thing for Lewis Hamilton personally, but unfortunately I've had to grow up now, haven't I? And, but we've also got Sam saying, "Evening, beautiful evening, Sam. How are you?" I've also got Nunda as well. Wet intermediate centre with a bit of a pondering face at the moment. Everyone is on the wet tyres at the moment. As they fly through Cops Corner there, as Potato there is going off as well. Then Energetics, hey Sean, hey Energetics, great to have you in the old comic section as well. And hopefully Energetics can throw us a figure two about what he thinks is going to happen in the race. Of course, Energetics has been on pole position twice this season. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a hat trick here tonight, is it? But I'm wondering if he's happy just to be in the I think he's happy just to be in the pit box, isn't he? Really, because look at that rain. That is torrential rain there. Look offline there. We have got standing water out there, but you've got to keep it within the rail tracks there, haven't you? Look at that dark black AstroTurf asphalt, and look at Irish Tail there. Sorry, Nude Potato there, really hacksawing away at that steering wheel. He trying to keep on the straight and narrow there as he comes over the line. So he's a bad start. So we've got a yellow flag in 3 there. It's one of the Red Bulls there, just pulling out the way as well. Then as we're just flying through time. Oh, I think Nude Potato there really almost lost it there. As you see then, he did a very good job there of holding up. Brilliant stuff did there from Nude Potato. Then as he's come through the loop, then car 96 and in the Alfa Romeo, and the stamping on and going down the back straight as well. Then Sam has said, hey, I'm good, how are you doing? I'm very well, thank you, Sam. I hope you're enjoying the coverage of this Bronze League. Indeed. Then we have also got Kelly, wets or wellies, you mean? I think these guys might need wellies. Actually, look at that there. That is absolutely appalling, this thing. Trying to get out of the car part there, you definitely need your biggest wellies you can get there. Energetic says, I think there'll be chaos then. First turn will be chaos as well. Nunda is expected then. Energetic saying he's happy to be inside then. Turn 1-2 is going to be hectic there. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Energetics is waving to me from inside the pit box as well. And if I was tall enough, I'd wave outside the window. But unfortunately, I'm a bit on the shorter side. I'm rather stumpy, to be honest. We have also got Kelly saying once crashing the safety boot might have come out. I've also got Nuna saying good thing I'm technically last then. So New Potato is having to call it a day on that one. Because that was quite an adventurous lap then. So we're going to stay with Gurman. Of course, Gurman won the Austrian Grand Prix in fantastic style. He is currently third in the championship at the moment there, isn't he? And let's see what he can do then as he comes into the final turn then. I thought he was going to go straight on then. No, he's not. Not one iota. He has to go offline slightly there to maybe get some more grip then as well. Comes into the final turn as well. Let's see what he can do. He's done a 43 at the moment on these awful conditions out there. What about Ferrari? Ferrari's come through. Lucius is on pole position. Fantastic. He has tamed the way waves here in Silverstone. Curly Red has got pole position then. Curly Red is on pole position there, of course, with his new inspired British helmet. Mike there, of course, then, who might have made a tactical error in Q2, is coming through the final corner as well. He's in pole position at the moment. We've got McLaren and Forzo's now on pole position there in the McLaren. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Bradfield is in the pits and Sim is out on track, but we've got Sean Hammers is out on track as well then. I think Sean Hammers is validated time, so we're leaving to it then, so we're on board with Sim there over the shoulder as well as we're on board as well then with Sim then. He's coming down the back straight then, and we're on board then with Sim then. Let's see what we can do then. He hasn't used a lot of verse there. Is that a tactic, you think, because of the rain conditions out there at the moment, or is it just or is it because he doesn't want to use up the engine, or maybe he's invalidated his time and having to go around again? Sean Hammers is going around again now in the Haas then. Of course, Sean Hammers did a brilliant job in Austria, didn't he? A fantastic draw in Austria when we had a bit of a sprinkle of the rain, didn't we? Look at Sim there, really haxing away again, and we're keeping an eye on what Sim does. Sean Hammers said as he was looking I thought he was going sideways then, but he might have been going sideways, but he is still keeping it on the island there, which is the name of the game at this stage then. Forza is staying out there again then, and Forza's in the 42s now. Good 17 from Forza. He's 3 seconds down the moment, just watching Sean Hammers then, and as Bradfield is in the pits at the moment, and Sean Hammers is coming down the back straight then. Sim is also going to be following behind as well. There's Sim in the background. You've seen a black dot slightly in the background. Justin invalidated there from Wilson. There's Nude Potato is on pole position and fantastic time there for Nude. He is very much on the money. Curly is in the pits and Lucius is in the pits. Well, good stuff for Lucius. His best pole position, his best qualifying performance of the year so far. And Hammers is hammering down the back straight as well, isn't he? Becca Jones, what a lap from Curly Red. Indeed there. As I'll come back to your other comments in just a few moments time, and we've just got under half the qualifying session left, and as it is really building up there. I think that rain's eased off, hasn't it? Is it me just playing tricks? Is my mum playing tricks, or is that rain eased off it? Or is someone going to throw on a set of intermediate times? We will get a first time pole sitter here tonight then. Well, I think we are actually, so but we're going to have a surprise pole sitter is what I'm also going to be asking as well then. He flicks it into Stowe as well then, and you can see it's not as quick as what normally is in the dry conditions. Hammers then is about to finish this up then. That is definitely less rain, I think. So how quick is this rain going to drain away? Is anyone going to throw on the intermediate tyres is the question now then. Here comes Hammers coming to the line, and 42.5 is his target. He's done a 43.1 then. That is currently 6 fastest moment. That's how close it is, isn't it? Of course, in some rain affected sessions that might have been good for maybe 3 or 4. Sim goes 7 fastest as well then. Bradfield is out at the pits now, and he is coming up to Cop's corner there. New Potato is 9 seconds down there as he has just come back into the pits. And Gurman is on track as well. Sean Hammers just coming down the back straight then, and I'm just waiting here. We've got Curly Red who's actually thinking about the intermediate tyres then. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting indeed then. So, yeah, I think that the rain has really eased off, hasn't it? Because it was absolutely bucketing it down earlier on. Not anymore, is it? Is Sim carrying on? Sim is carrying on then. He's 18. No, yeah, he's 6 seconds down now. I thought he's 18 seconds up now. I was like, my goodness me, that's going to be a flyer of a lap, isn't it? Wow, good stuff indeed then. So we're just on a bit of a low at the moment then. We're just watching Bradfield then. Just about to finish this up then. We've just got Curly Red Waller up then. Kelly saying, Jake, you sure you're not racing for Justin here? How do you get into Q3? We've got Noonda saying these guys are extremely fast. 142 in the rating there. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Very impressive stuff indeed then. Jake Wilson said Justin got lucky. It could be intermediate tyres at the minute. Rain is cleared. The track is just wet then. Really good stuff indeed then, isn't it? Yeah, the rain has cleared. And look at this. Curly Red is on track on the intermediate tyres. We'll keep an eye on his performance. Gurman has also gone to the intermediate tyres as well. This is going to get really spicy, isn't it? In the final stage of this qualifying session, this is really starting to heat up, isn't it? And as we're just watching Bradfield then coming through left field then before stamping on the throttle, and now he's away then and coming into the into Cobb's corner as well then. So then we got 3 minutes to go in the session, of course, and this track is quite long as it is, and but with the Bradfield there, my goodness me, his back end was wagging like a tail there, but he kept it on the track there. Pits, we got 3 men out on track at the moment. We got 2 on the we got 1 on the inter tires, we got 1 on the wet tires, and we got a man who's on the fly. Oh no, it's Bradfield then. Lucius is on the we got 2 men on the intermediate tires, German and Curly Red, both Red Bulls in it simultaneously going for the intermediate tires, and good stuff indeed. Then here comes Bradfield then coming through still as well. Then you see now he's coming into I think to Bradfield, I hope he's got a lot of fuel on board that McLaren, I'm thinking, because he might be able to have another crack then on another lap as well then. So he's just navigating around the final couple of corners as well. Look at that, he's hacksawing away. You've got to have a lot of talent to get around here in the wet weather conditions, and Bradfield is done it in a 46-2 at the moment. He's in 9th position. Oh, good stuff indeed then for the McLaren driver. And I think he was just going to no man's land there. Here comes Curly Red. He's just coming out of the loop, I think, and now into turn 4, something like that it is, and now he's coming down the Wellington straight as well then. Let's see what those intermediate tires can do. We're going to get the first sector, and it's a 4/10 of a second down at the moment. Now that is very interesting indeed, isn't it? I was expecting them to be up. So the intermediate tires are not working at this moment then. And I'm wondering then if Lucius might have pulled off a master stroke here. And what about Bradfield as well? And this is going to get very interesting indeed then. So what about the second sector then? Of course, we can't really count our chickens on the first sector just yet, can we? Because, of course, it's only 4 turns, and this is the second intermediate where it's really going to gain time. Yellow flag. McLaren is having trouble there. And we're just keeping with Curry Redmond and coming through. Markets, Beckett, there he is. Incredible camera shot. I'm loving that then. Now coming through Chapel as well then. And let's see what he does as he's coming down the back straight. Sim is gone. Sim is gone. Then he is in position, is out, and that is up. Curly Red is improved on the second section, so I think he'll have time for one more run, but no, I'm not sure if he's going to have the fuel, though. The fuel light is flashing then. Oh goodness me then. And now Curly Red then is coming into the final couple of corners as well, and you can see them, there's a bit of an incline there, isn't he? And then he's coming down. He's got 40 seconds there. He has time for one more run, but I don't think he has the fuel. There as Curly has got second fastest. He is just a whisker away then. Look at that then. I'm wondering if he has enough fuel for one more round. Forza is just finished this lap as well. German is out on a lap at the moment, and I'm sure it's in someone else out there as well. I think Lucius is backing on the intermediate tires there. He is out qualifying. He's 4th for the run. That's a brilliant time there for the 4-hour driver. Here comes German now, and German there is coming up to Cops car as well. We've only got 10 seconds to go. I don't think Hammers is going to make it. I think Hammers might not be able to make it. What about Mike? Mike should be able to make it. He's coming through the final couple of corners now, but I think Hammers is not going to. Bradfield is retired from the session then, and he'll be 9th fastest then at the end when all said and done. German there is coming out of Chapel as well then, not running too wide then. That was inch perfect then. Nude Potato is currently on pole position. That'll be his first pole position of his career in bronze then. German is a second up in the second sector. Brilliant. So did then. The McLaren is off the track then. McLaren is on track. It's not Forza. I think it's Bradfield there who's coming Crawford somewhere. And now then it's German coming into the final couple of corners out there. 42.528. That is the target time. That is what we want to do. That is what German wants to see. It might be better. It's pole position at a 40.5. That's 2 seconds quicker. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Now can New Potato there max him or even better him. This is going to get very tense indeed and force us down the back straight. He's 1.3 seconds up. This is going to be very, very close and coming to the final stage of this qualifying session. We're coming down into Stowe. Lovely stuff indeed. Then you can see tickling that throttle there pedal before jumping on the gas then. And he's now into the final sector as well then. Break it down then into 50 miles an hour. Then we're on board with Forza in the background with New Potato. I think New Potato is having a very good time there as well. Forza is gone fastest. He's on pole position. Good stuff indeed then. And New Potatoes are just eclipsed. He's on pole position at his first pole position of the season. Brilliant stuff indeed then. New Potatoes in the pits. And what about Mike? He's invited his time. Now's the end of qualifying here at the British Grand Prix. Round 5 of bronze, and it's been a spectacular session, hasn't it, to say the least said. So New Potato pole position there, his first pole position of his career here in bronze then, and well, that was a fantastic time, it really was, wasn't it? So hats off to Hats off there to New Potato there. Brilliant stuff indeed. Celebrations are going to be in the pits of the Alfa Romeo team. Of course, Alfa Romeo were on top of the constructors, weren't they? But they have been displaced lately, haven't they? So I wonder if they're going to be able to get back up into the and lead the constructors, which is going to be a question that will be answered in the not too distant future. Then, so we're just on board there with Mike. Then as we finish this qualifying session, I think yes we have now. And in the end, there is a bit of a wet dry session. It was a dry session to start with, and then we had a bit of rain, then we had a lot of rain, and then it eased off towards the end. And so similar stuff really, isn't it, about qualifying around us. So because you kind of get that kind of stuff going on then, don't you? Anyway, that is the end of qualifying, and let's take a look then as well. And the 4 guys I think it was only 3 guys on the Inters in the end, wasn't it? And that was definitely the right call, and that is why New Potatoes on pole position then, 5 tenths of a second in front of Forza, and Gurman is 6 tenths of a second behind the pole sitter as well then. So those the intermediate tires definitely did work as well. And Curly Red, I think, was also on the intermediate tire as well, wasn't he? 2.5 seconds back there. I think Curry was slightly too early on the intermediate tires, but otherwise he would have been also battling away as well. But good stuff for Red Bull on the second row as we go into the race as well then. I think it's going to be a dry race is what I have been led to believe then. So let's see what we do then. Of course, you can never always rely on the weather around here, can you? And so I'm just quickly wiping away the sweat from my brow. And look at that beautiful sky out there. Absolutely a splendid day, isn't it, for a bit of racing, isn't it? And I'm loving that. That's absolutely beautiful stuff out there, really is that. So then we're going into this session there as well then, and this is going to get very, very interesting indeed, isn't it? So we're now just loading up and getting ready to get going. And this is going to be a fantastic race. I have no doubt about that. Then. Anyway, then let's see what's going to go on in the old comment section, shall we? As I've quickly broke my phone there. So anyway, as Noonda said, imagine raining in Abu Dhabi. Oh, that would have been fantastic, wouldn't it? McLaren having trouble, that's got to be Justin surely. Justin and Michael 8th and 9th. That's going to be an Austria repeat then. Bradfield retired there, and Todd enjoying the stream there, as he's also said evening. Hello, Todd. Then Wilson saying that Michael 8th and Justin 9th. Where will they crash on the first corner in Austria? Most likely. So it's that was quite a short and sweet answer, wasn't it? Right, we've got 26 laps around here then, and this is going to get very tasty indeed. And let's take a look at the field chart from front to back, from pole position to 20th on the grid. There we got 20 cars. They'll be battling around Silverstone, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this can do then. So let's take a look then. On pole position then is Nude Potato then. He is on the medium compound tires. Alongside him is Forza, who's also on the medium tires. While Gurman is on the soft. Watch him fly there from the second row of the grid. It's going to be great. Curly Red in 4th position on the medium tires. Lucy has a brilliant 5th position. Fantastic stuff. 6th position is Racer there. Someone's missing that day. 8th position is Mike. 9th position is Bradfield. Energetics is 10th position. Smithy 11th. Gooner's in 12th position. Blast is 13th. Velocity is 14th. Ayrton is 15th. Noonda is in 16th position. 17th position is RDW. 18th position is Collins. 19th position is Toro Moroso. And Dead Rabbit is the the top 20 who joined late then. Hard tires for RDW then. Medium tires then for New Potato for Forza. For Curly, Lucius, Mike, who's on used tires, Energetics, Smithy D, Gooner, and Velocity. Everyone else is on the soft compound tire then. As we got Mr. Younglight saying, sup, come on Gurman. We also got Michael will blame Justin, and Justin will blame the beer, just when Justin's missus switches off his PlayStation on him again. Just another day at the office. So it's I gotta say that's a very interesting office, isn't it? Right, we've got 26 laps around here, around Silverstone. This is where it all began 70 years ago, wasn't it? And now this is where we're going to get racing again in Bronze End in just a few moments time. And 26 laps around here. It is this is a very difficult one, isn't it? It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be great from start to finish. Then really good 70. Then is the As it is now starting to build up, it's starting to really get intense, isn't it? As the lights are going to be building up, then when we get racing, we'll be when we get going, we'll be racing here in Silverstone as well. Then, as once again, I keep knocking the chat off there. I don't know, I'm getting fat fingers today. Anyway, and there's Dead Rabbit lining up 20th on the grid in the Mercedes. And those are the magical red lights. And there they are. Then they're going off, and we'll be going Silverstone. Soon. And oh, we got drive-through penalties. We got a lot of drive-through penalties. There's a Pauling started, and Curly Red is taking the lead. He's launched off the grid. Then we go into turn one. Then Curly Red leads. Irish Potatoes in second position. We've got Ferrari going off the grid. Then Forza jumped down to fourth position. Got a bit of light going on. Swifty D is up to eighth position. Good stuff indeed so far. And German is had a terrible start. He's dropped down a couple positions. Then we had a lot of jump starts as well, didn't we? Here in Silverstone. But Curly Red leads. Second position is New Potato. Good stuff indeed. Noondays dropped down to 19th position. Dead Rabbit has also been up position as well. Goodness me, that does a tour thing on up there. And we said a red on to take a face of accent. Look at all, look at all. That's a horse in the background. Energetics had a problem. Energetics had a problem there, and he's dropped right down to the back. There's a problem there for the Haas team. And we've also got RD Wheat also going off the track as well. And who's I thought someone was running what that Dead Rabbit is now in 16th position there. He's picking off the field quite nice indeed there. Curly Red is on to defend quite heavily already. Then there's also an out for a male. Oh my goodness me, at Smithy D. And look at that Williams and blast off it, and fantastic. And now Smithy D is really compromised himself, and here comes Mike then going to go on the inside, not quite there. Velocity is in 11th position, Tormar Ross is in 12th position there. German as Lucius is off the track there. Lucius is right off the track as well in the Ferrari. Oh dear, Lucius has had a fantastic qualifying. He hasn't gone very well in the race, has it? He has a damaged car out. He is carrying on then. Ayrton's up to 10th. He's on a fantastic start. Brilliant stuff. I think that Lucius is just recovering then, isn't he? And lovely shot for the nose cone. Ayrton is defending from Velocity. Ayrton is still carrying. Oh goodness me, we've got a lot of light going on. Ayrton's become a ghost then. Oh, and Ayrton's down through that, or is he? I don't know what's going on. Pele drama, German's in the pits, and there's all kinds of lag going on at the moment, isn't he? So we got a ghost as Ayrton is in Velocity. Goodness me then, I don't think that's legal. And now he comes through the complete lap 1 out of 26, and Ayrton is now leading just about. He's rest of the cars with, and Velocity is right up the underneath the ring. He's, oh my goodness, we're almost went. There's contact, and there's contact. Ayrton's been run wide there, and up into Tormar is in front of it, and so is Collins. Collins is up in 211 position as well then. Oh my goodness me then, so we start off well. Hammers is back in the session then. Oh, his Hammers had disappeared then. Oh, what a shame then for Hammers then. And Energize in the pits. He's got on the soft tires, and Lucius also in the pits as well. Curly Red leads, and second position is a Nude Potato. Then we've got Forza third, Sim of the fourth. Blast is blasted for the field. He's had a fantastic start here in this race. Brilliant 17. Oh, sorry, I've knocked the telemetry off. Brilliant 17 there from Blast there. He's flown up. He's on 30 with the grid. Oh my goodness me, he chopped off my hair there as well. And he's flying up. He's up to 5th position so far. Fantastic start here from Blast. We're on board the Williams drive moment. He's really excited. Oh, that's Simu. That's Simu. He's got off the track then. He's come back on now then. Unfortunately, you can see, I think he must have had a bit of oversteer there, corrected the car, and unfortunately that is lost his way. But oh my goodness me, he's gaining on the back of Blast as they come into Stone. And there's also a Alfa Romeo. We got Mike who's on the outside there. Goodness me, he just swooped past both. A fantastic maneuver there. And Curly Red is in the pits, and as I think he was in there, but there's a lot of jump starts, wasn't there, in that section of the course there, was there. As Bradfield is leading this train of cars at the moment. They're in a fantastic start here. Blast has set the fast out the race. He's been flying. That's the Curly Red is in the pits well. Fred Bowles, who's had a fantastic qualifying, is on in the polling race so far. New Potato leads. Forza second. Blast is up in the third. Blast up in the third. He's had a fantastic start. Velocity is all over the back there. Velocity is out looking Smithy D, but currently no ice at the moment there. I know we have got a Renault there who's going to be there. Collins is up into 10th position, and Tormar also all over the back there of Velocity as well. So Velocity, who was very disappointed after his qualifying performance, is now back up there as well. We're back on board then with there's a Blast is flying. Wow, Blast has had a fantastic start here. A yellow flag in free, and Energetics is back in the pits, and it's not going at all well for Energetics. Of course, he's the championship leader at the moment. It's not going at all well for Energetics. Blast is second, Forza third, Sims in fourth position, and look at these Cure cars. Going through cops now. Oh, it's Bradfield there going slowly off there, isn't he? But my goodness me, he's got a lot of momentum over Sim. Over Sim at the moment. Sim in fourth position there. All these guys on the soft tires, and look who's in the background there. Mike. Oh my goodness me, that's Smithy. Smithy is off the track there. He's gone off in a big way. A big way. He's damaged the nose cone on the Alfa Romeo, but luckily he's still in the race. We've got a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car in this race. And that was a violent old shunt to say the least, wasn't it? Goodness me. And Smithy D then is just recovering as well. That was a shocking tournament event. So Energetics is now back on the pit. He's on the medium tires, and we've got a virtual safety car. Everyone has to adhere to a Delta now, haven't they? Sean Hammers is there for session, and Sean Hammers is out of the race. And what a shame now for Hammers. Said we did have 20 cars on the track there, but unfortunately he wasn't able to take part in that at all. What a rotten luck there! What rotten luck there indeed. Then so that is such a shame then indeed, isn't it? As Sim there is dropping down. Then he's dropped down into fourth position there as we got a queue behind Sim, haven't we? Here's Mike then. Mike is on the medium tires. He's on the used medium tires as well. Look at that queue of cars then. And Smithy D is in the pits then. And he's on the hard tires that go to the end of this race then. I think the tradition, remember when Gold was here, I think the strategy was from medium to softs or softs to medium. What's that? Of course, Jonathan on the hard tires and really cost him the positions that day, didn't it? Unfortunately there. And there's a great battle between himself and Fisher. Wasn't for the lead there. But look at this then. Smithy D then is also dropped down to 80th position. What a shame now. He was having he was on course for some major points in this race, and Lucius is out of the race and he's gone off in turn one there, and we got a yellow card. Look at that, he's gone on the outside. Michael has a fantastic movement, strokes across, he is through, over the 5th position, brilliant stuff. Now Velocity is trying to line up a move as well. This is great stuff indeed. Mike on the outside, used medium tyres, fantastic stuff there. Safety car is out then, and that's for the Ferrari of Lucius there, who had a brilliant start there, and then all came to naught, unfortunately. Is anyone going to roll the dice? Come to the pit side. We're on board with Nude. He's in the pit side. Is anyone else coming in? Blast is staying out. So Nude is coming into the pit side. He's responded to the safety car. Oh, he's also got a 5-second penalty. Goodness me. And his remember his championship rival. Energetics is coming in on the hard tires. Is he going to get lapped here? I think he is going to get lapped. Is he going to be allowed through? Oh dear. Remember Mike had the same issue, didn't he, in Austria? Blast is leading at the moment. Then second position is for Mike is now in third position. Good stuff indeed. No one else is coming in apart from Nude Potato, and he's coming in now. He's going on to the soft tires that Nude Potato is. Interesting strategy there for Nude. And look at all the background then. We've got all the soft runners coming then, and let's see what their tires are going to go on now. We're on lap 5 then. An eventful start here in Silverstone. Goodness me, and you guys are making me work again, aren't you? As out of the pit side comes the man who was leading the race, who was the man who was on pole position as well. Well, he's down in 11th at the moment, isn't he? And let's see what Energetics did at the moment, and he is a lap down, isn't he, at the moment? He's a ghost, but that's because he's a lap down. Energetics. Let's see what he can do. Can he get himself back in the session, back in the race? And is the question is he allowed to overtake? I don't think he'll be allowed to overtake. RDW has got a 5-second penalty there for extending track limits. Then so it's Gurman is also coming out of the pits as well, and Gurman hasn't been lapped then. So this is going to help Gurman. It's going to help Smithy D and Noonda, Dead Rabbit, and Ayrton, and also Bradfield, and who've all made their stops then. So then let's take stock. Blast is leading at the moment, and fantastic stuff indeed then. Really good stuff then. As I quickly go back to the comic section as well then. Of course, that is a random dude. Hi, we've also got Kelly saying there was a long way behind the lights. There really was. It was. I got to say, I wasn't sure if we was ever going to get going. Becca Jones said, "Curly, what a star! It's a great start, but unfortunately, it's all come to naught now. As Energetics is, I think, allowed to be unlocked then. So let's so Energetics should be able to catch up to the back then. Good stuff indeed. Oh, he's going a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Then we have also got Marcus Rashford. How's it going? Well, it's going very well at the moment. Disqualified from the session. Energetics is, but I'm hoping that might be a forced storm, because I'm sure I've seen that before and they've carried on then. So we'll keep an eye to see what Energetics does then. But he is away then. We have also got Justin and Michael didn't crash. Congratulations, Smithy done Michael in the background there. A good race between both of them. Really was fantastic stuff indeed then. As Darren saying, took your time there. I got to say, I'm not the quickest man in the world. Not by a long shot. Now into the pits comes Collins. He's on the hard tires. Also hard tires there for I think for Sim as well. So Sim also out of the pits as well. Good stuff indeed then, as they come out of the pits now then. So at the moment we've got Blas, who is Blazers lean on the soft tires then. I think the safety car being there in this lap then. So we've got 20 laps then around here still to go then. And we'll see what is going to happen here in this race at Southend. Of course then, of course after this week we'll be back. Bronze and gold and silver will be back aligned then hopefully. And touch wood, no more snags from the Codemasters point of view. And where are we actually in a couple of weeks? Well, in a week's time. Well, we are in the good old USA. So Sunday night it of course gold. Gold then it's Monday night silver, and then Tuesday nights is bronze, and we're all in the good old US of A then. And then that's a track like Marmite, really, isn't it? You either love it or you hate it. I'm loving this camera shot, by the way. Look at that then. And you can see the old pit entry there, of course, and now there's a fire truck part there, so really I don't think you'll be able to get in there too well, will you? As we're coming over the start finish line as well. That's the old start finish line. Lap 6 race order then. Blasters in, he's on the soft tires, he hasn't come in the pits yet. Second is Forza, he hasn't pitted either. Third is Mike. Fourth is Velocity, all on medium tyres. Fifth position is Toro Rosso on soft tyres. Gooner, our favourite Irishman, is in 6th position. RD Wee is in 7th position then. 8th position is Curly. Those guys have all been on the hasn't come in the pits yet, I should say, but on various strategies then. Everyone down from there have been in the pits for one reason or another. Energetics he's still in the session, he's still catching up. He has got 50 seconds there to catch up. Blast, I wonder when it's our safety car Kona come in. The lights are still on at the moment, so we are still waiting to get going then. Well, when the lights go out, we'll be back racing. And, well, I thought we was going to be in the end of that. We are not then, so we've got another lap then. And I'm wondering if Blast would like the safety car to come in now. I think if I was Blast, I would there. But, because he needs to start to think about sprinting off, doesn't he? This is very good indeed there. As Darren says, that Sexy Williams was flying at the start there. Blast is coming through the field like a hot knife through butter. He has flown through the field, hasn't he? He has come from a 13th on the grid, I think. Toro Rosso is sitting up. He's coming to the pits there, and he's going to change tyres then. So, of course, he's going to drop all the way down to 17th position as well, next to his teammate then. Renault mechanics are again to where that medium tyres are ready for the Renault team, and look at that, look at that, it's all done in the flash, and he's in and out, and he shakes a little about. Good stuff indeed then. Energetics is also It's also come around as well then. So we've got one more lap, I think, beyond the safety car, and then we'll be back going here in this race then. So at the moment, Blas is leading this one away then. At the moment, and this is going to get very good indeed then. Kelly said, Smithy, 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits beyond the safety car. Penalty system is broken on this game. I gotta say, I think the safety, some of the penalties on this game is absolutely ridiculous. It really is. So hopefully in the 2020 game that they might have addressed that some way or another. But of course, we could all have a good old natter about Codemasters and how sometimes their game's not up to scratch per se, but of course then they might produce an amazing game in the 2020 version. Then Blas then is currently leading this one, and we'll see what we can do then. Darren saying fingers crossed for Ayrton too. Yes, indeed, there good stuff there. Yes, we want to see Ayrton have a good old race, don't we? And he's currently in 10th position. He's doing a good job. He's on the hard tires side. Will he need to go to the end of the race on the hard tires? Is the question. I think he should be able to get to the end of the hard tire, shouldn't he? Mike is saying Forza is lagging then, as we've seen a bit of lag going on earlier on in this race, didn't we? Which was a bit scary to say the least, wasn't it? But we're back with Mike and Mo is in third position. We're waiting for that safety car to go out, and we'll be getting back going in just a few moments then, won't we? So I'm really looking forward to this one. This is going to be a fantastic race, isn't it? So now then, where's the safety car going to come in? It's coming in this lap then! Brilliant stuff indeed then. So now we're going to get back racing in just a few moments then. So here we go then. This is where it's really going to start to get exciting again, isn't it? As we're just now waiting for when is Blas going to drop the hammer. When is he going to drop the hammer? He is going to be going. Now he's go. We're back racing. So Blas on the soft tires. He needs to make hay whilst the sun is shining. Lap 8, and Blas has got a 6/10 second gap. No, look at this. It's going to be Anarchy behind him, isn't it? As he flies and into the first two corners. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then before coming into the new part of lap, let Curly Reddy's go past RD. Whoa! Irish Potato is just seen through there. He is ghosted through, and up into 6th position. I'm not sure if that's legal or not. Goodness me, then. Well, he went under. I've seen people go left, right, and sometimes over cars, as we see with Schumacher and Barrichello. But goodness me, I've never seen anyone go under a car before. Blimey, that was quite interesting, wasn't it? As oh gosh, I got missed off my sister. Let's mute her for the moment because that's not important. This is important. Lap 8 out of 26 as Bradfield has got by RDW is dropping down, then he's trying to get us some Artars fired up. I think we're on board of at the moment. He's out of a stupendous start to this race, isn't he? Dead Rabbit's got past Noonday as well. Noonday's dropped down in strong position, then Dead Rabbit is from 20th on the grid up into up into a fantastic 10th position. I apologise, I tripped over, I got my mic stuck under me flab. Anyway, let's back race now then, as Ayrton then is coming down the back straight. Gunnar is dropped down to 6th position then, as Curly Red is now all over the back. So Irish is now in the 5th position. Fantastic stuff indeed then. And as Darren saying, David Blaine would have been proud of that potato move. That was a fantastic move. Like, blast out the fast on the race. We got Gunnar. Gunnar's having some problems. Gunnar's recovering. I think he's had some kind of issues. And Ayrton is going to go on the inside of not quite at the moment then, as they're now coming over the grid houses once again then to complete overlap. On board with the side part then of the racing point. A fantastic shot here. Good stuff indeed then from the racing point. Ayrton now finished his strongest drive. He's had a great qualifying as well, hasn't he? Ayrton, brilliant stuff indeed then. Collins is now, Collins has got by. I think he has got by. He is good. No, yes, he has got by. Energetics and Toro Rosso battling for 17 and 18th position at the moment. These two men are usually battling at the front. It's not happening today at the moment, is it? So they can recover and get some decent mileage under them then. Blast is leading by 2 seconds at the moment then, with Mike is now in third position there, 9/10 of a second away from Forza. Forza's not pulling away quickly, is he? Velocity has moved on to 4th position. Fantastic stuff indeed. But it's this man here. It is a fantastic drive for a new potato, isn't it? Once again there, he is fighting his way back through the field. He's had a stupendous drive out there at the moment. He's doing a brilliant job, isn't he? Really good stuff indeed then, as he's coming down the back straight, and 5-second penalty for RDW then. We've also got Gert, we've also got Ayrton who's passed as well, because I think RDW has dropped down the, oh goodness me, he's had a punt, he's gone off German. I think he's gone to the back of RDW. Oh dear, I think RDW didn't check his mirrors. They came back on the track and it's gone into the back of the German's gone to the back of the Red Bull. Swifty D is dropping down. He's also doing some oh my goodness me, and look at this one board, and now it's got Torbo also. It's going to go on the inside of Sim. Sim is shutting the door, and of course he's got every right to do so, hasn't he? Goodness me then, is now look at Sim. Oh, lovely shot for the wing there. Look how dirty those wings get, isn't it? Of course there's all the rubbish going on. Unfortunately German is in the pits, and he think that RDW there might be, Ayrton's off the track. Ayrton is off the track there. I'm not sure how to help it out. We're on board as he is coming back on the track as well. Oh dear, not good at all there for Ayrton, and he's recovering as well then, so we're on board with Ayrton at the moment then, in the racing point then, as he is recovering as well. RDW's in the pits, and German is back in the pits as well. Blaz has got 3 second deficit at the moment. Dead Rabbit's now past Gunnar as well. Gunnar is dropping down into 9th position then. He hasn't gone in the pits there. Oh goodness me, I thought he's going to go up the inside then. We got another lagging rabbit now, haven't we? As they're coming back into turn 1 as well. Our new potato is now up in the 4th position. He's having a fantastic time at that moment. He's doing really good job indeed. That's a fantastic stuff indeed. Fantastic stuff indeed then from New Potato's doing brilliant, isn't he? New Potato is on Michael like a rocket now. He really is, isn't he? New Potato's on the soft tires, remember, isn't he? Of course, we're on board then with New Potato. Is he going to go left? He's going to go right. He's on the left hand side. He's going to go on the outside, going into Stowe. Look at that, the Mike not giving him an inch there, is he? And he is carried on into holding his position as well. I thought Noodle's going to have a good old lunch there. Blast is now 3 point. Gunnar's got past Rabbit, has he? No, because Rabbit's now going on the outside. He's well off the track there, is he? Where's Gunnar? Gunnar's got in front of him as well. Lovely shot for the Mercedes. Wow, brilliant 17 there. Mike has got by. Mike has dropped down then, because I think New Potato's got through into turn 1. There he is indeed. We've got a yellow flag. Yellow flag. Collins is recovering, and he's had a problem as well then in the runner then. Oh, Sim has gone around that severe collision there with Dead Rabbit as well, and Gunnar. And I'm not sure what's happened there, but I think Gunnar there's recovering. Mike has dropped down the order as well. Virtual safety car in this race. Goodness me, you've had all kinds of action going on then. Ooh. And just a funny comment from Darren now. Kelly saying that he needs to be renamed to a hot potato. Great defender from Michael. And I hate new potatoes. You can't mash them. So it's becoming on the verge of safety car at the moment. And hopefully we can have a bit of calm in this race, can't we? Before getting back off again then. Well, it's been a frantic couple of laps here, hasn't it, here in ALR? It's been absolutely incredible stuff so far here in Silverstone, of course, as we're just watching Mike then. Of course, we've got to adhere to the Delta here. We've seen a lot of drivers getting penalties and all that kind of stuff. We're back racing again. 4 seconds to go as a moment. And Blas has got a great chance of winning his first race here in ALR. Remember, he raced in ALR Season 2, I think it was, wasn't it? In Australia, he got on the podium that day. He's going to go one better and get his first win here in bronze at the moment. Well, the gap is actually coming down quite considerably all of a sudden, so I've not so unless he's made a mistake or whatnot. No, he's in the pits, and Blast might have I think Blast come to the pits, and I think that should be an easy strategy now on the medium tires. And RDW has got a penalty as well. Nuna has gone by Dead Rabbit as well. I've also got Sim Racer passing Tora My Rosso as well. And Collins are just steaming through. Collins there is flying through the field, then is he, and he's up in the 30 position as well. And Blast is Energetics is on the outside. Well, that's an amazing move for Energetics. And where's Blast? Blast, of course, is a long old pit lane, this is, isn't it? One of the longest in terms of being on the speed limiter. And where is he? He's only coming out of the pits. He's right down in 13th position. He's on the medium tire. So let's see what we can do from here then, as we're not even coming out to half distance yet. So we still got a long old way to go in this race. And yeah, we've still got a long old way to go in this race. Blasted in 40 position. Intermediate tires for Toro Rosso. And I gotta say, I think that might be a mistake, to be honest. But unless he knows something that we don't, then who got drive-throughs at the start? Then well, we got a lot of drive-throughs at the start, to be honest. I struggled to keep up with that. It was I'm sure Gurman did. I'm sure Curly Red did as well. Who else got a drive-through penalty? Let's just say there was a lot of people that got drive-through penalties. They was flying up like all kinds of stuff, wasn't they? As Kelly said, not McDonald's. So it's of course McDonald's is open now, isn't it? I'm thinking anyway. I'm still waiting for the one next door to me open, and I'm going to be looking every day until that one opens up there. I'm also looking forward to KFC opening up as well. New potatoes on the back of Forza then, and this is the battle for the lead here in Silverstone, the home of British motorsport, the home of Formula 1, where it all began. And we're having a great old celebration of Formula 1 at the moment, aren't we? New potatoes on the soft tires. We expect him to blast. Has gone up to 30 position, passes Ayrton had a spin in turn 1, didn't he? He was on course for some good points as well, Ayrton. He's had a very strong drive today, Ayrton has. Unfortunately, it's not coming to fruition just yet then. As coming out the loop as well then is into the pits comes Sim Racer. He's got damage there on that racing point. He's going to be dropping down the order, isn't he? And as Forza has gotten a great launch there, isn't he? Energetics is all over the back of Gunnar at the moment. Gunnar then is really, I think he's just trying to get, to a sensible lap before coming in. Toro Moros is out of the race then. I think that's because he's on the intermediate tires. Got a virtual safety car just as Energetics was trying to overtake Gunnar. And of course, Energetics is on the hard tires going to the end. And Blas at the moment then is on the medium tires going to the end. Toro Moros out of the race. That's only 2 retirements so far in what has been an absolutely incredible race in terms of incidents. It's been a very entertaining race so far here in Silverstone. We're half distance now here in Silverstone. It's been a brilliant race so far. Absolutely splendid stuff here tonight, and we'll see how this race continues. And we'll go from there. Then his Blast there is now all over the back of Collins. You cannot overtake yet. Then as Kelly is saying that Inter's under blue sky. Only Britain could make something like that. That doesn't look like a mistake there. DRS is available once again. A new potatoes once again all over the back of Forza, and in the background is Velocity as well. Velocity's had a fantastic race, isn't he? Remember, he was down in 40 for the grid there. He's not on the podium there as we're half distance there. We've still got a long way to go then. And Energetics is got by Gunnar. Gunnar, he swooped on the outside of Gunnar, and Gunnar's dropped down the order. But remember, Gunnar is going to be on the soft tires, isn't he? But he's just waiting for his turn, and back to the battle for the lead. Then lovely shot here from the side pod of the Alfa Romeo. Look how close it's getting. Blast has got by Collins. Collins has dropped down to 12th position. Blast is making a steaming back from the field. He's doing a fantastic job then. Really good stuff indeed, Dennis. We're coming down the back straight once again. Look at them. This is the first 3. 1, 2, 3. McLaren, Alfa Romeo, Toro Rosso. He's having a look on the inside. Nothing doing just yet here in the Wellington straight then. Sorry. Oh gosh, oh my goodness me, I think having that day off yesterday has really hurt me, not helped me, has it? Blimey, as I'm all over the show here tonight, and some of these guys in the world are coming up to Cop's Corner as well. Look at him, it is so close, it's a whiskers around him as well, and look at New Potato there, he is feeling it, he is right under the gearbox here, the McLaren, as they're going through, and Magnussen back, it said, Forza then, it's still on the medium tires, done 13 laps on those medium tires, he's going to have to come in the pits, both these two I think are going to have to come into the pits, all the guys have pitted, gonna definitely be thinking about pit stops, and then look at this, and New Potato's gonna go on the outside, and he's past, he takes the lead here, himself, safety car, Blas is gone, and what's happened to Blas then? It's a big crash coming into Cobbs there, Blas is out of the British Grand Prix, what a shame there for Blas. Oh no, so Blazen, who was looking so strong at the moment, so strong in this race there, and it's all come undone there. Oh dear, safety car then, so pit stops, absolutely, this is beautiful stuff for New Potato, and those guys there, so this safety car's come, and I'm wondering if he's been forced into the wall there, and look at that, that's a big blow for Blazen, he is out of this British Grand Prix, the man who is flying on this race there, and unfortunately that's not good at all, is it? So Velocity is in the pits there, he is changed onto the soft tires, Forza's on the softs as well. There's New Potatoes also on the sauce as well. Remember, he's on the medium tires to start off with. So is Mike as well. And RDW has got a penalty. We got soft tires galore at the front of the pack then. And is anyone else going to go in the pits? Well, think of Velocity's going to have to go in the pits. And Collins and Ayrton are staying out then. So we have got a Forza is actually in the lead at the moment. So Forza's in the lead here with Collins and Ayrton, and now second and third. They've rolled the dice. They're staying out. Velocity is in full position there. Nude Potato has dropped down in the 5th position there. Now we've got Mike in 6th position, Curly 7th, Bradfield 8th, Gunner's out in 9th position there, 10th position as a severe collision. It's got a severe collision for Jordan to the back of Collins by the looks there. Has he got damage there? He has got damage as well. That's a shame there for Ayrton. Oh, goodness me there. As Velocity almost went into the back of Ayrton. Car 12 then. So everyone has been in the pits there, apart from Ayrton and Collins, who are second and third. We're on board with Racer. Then we've also got Energetics in 12th position there. Darren says Energetics come back too. Wow, yes indeed then. So lap 15 then, we've got 11 laps to go in this race, and it's been an absolutely enthralling British Grand Prix, hasn't it? Of course, round 5 here at Bronson. Who is going to be able to take it? Who is going to be able to take the maximum points here at the moment? New Potato currently will be taking the lead in the championship. It's only 1 point at the moment after 4 incredible rounds then. Darren, Nude Potato makes me blush, Sean. I don't know. I get your 2 days mixed up for some reason. I think you might need to have a combination of some kind, maybe a collab. Is that what they call it these days? I don't know. I think that's the cool thing. And Velocity almost went to the back of Ayrton there then. So we've got a safety car. I'm not expecting the safety car to last as long as the last one. So I reckon one more lap beyond the safety car and we'll be back racing. Look at those cars there. We've got 13 cars in shot there as well. Just waiting for Energetics, Sim, Dead Rabbit, RDW, and Smithy D to just come onto the back of this, and we'll be getting back racing just for a moment. We're on board with the nose cone here at the McLaren then. There is Burnt Mylander in front, and Ayrton is in the pits. He's also got 5-second penalty as well, the Racing Point driver. Oh dear, Ayrton, it's all coming apart, isn't it? Into the pits comes Energetics. I'm wondering then, he's going to go on the soft tires now, isn't he? I wonder if that might have been a mistake. RDW has also got a penalty as well then. So Energetics is coming back in the pits, and he's going to have to do a lot of overtaking. The Haas mechanics, right, they have got soft tires. What about the Racing Point mechanics? They're coming out now, they've got soft tires. Well, they've also got a new nose cone there on the Racing Point then, and they're now waiting for the 5-second then. So Ayrton Blast is left for session here. He's out of the race then. What a shame there. So RDW is coming to the pits. Well, Energetics is also on the soft tires there. RDW is on the old set of soft tires, isn't he? So that ain't good. It ain't good. Oh no, he still hasn't changed. Now he's on the new set of soft tires out for the Toro. So and now he's back out. We might have a we've had a lot of drivers going to the pits, haven't we? Collins is now gone against the grain, as he's the only man against the grain now on the hard tires. I think he might have some troubles there to defend these positions there. He might get swallowed up quite quickly in this race. And Kelly says that prefers nude letters. And I gotta say, I'm not a fan of letters. I don't like anything green, no, because of course I'm a man who just quite likes meat, to be honest. Yeah, so of course I'm not an athletic man, as you can tell by the end of these streams. Goodness me, now I look like I've been outside in the rain. So then lap 16 out of 26, we got 10 laps to go in this race. And Retirement's Blast, Tormarosa and Lucius, and all three of those was an outstanding event, one way or another there. Collins has got a 5-second penalty for driving into the back of Forza. We've had another problem there. We're on board with Collins at the moment, and he has damaged the front wing. I think he's damaged the front wing. Not good at all there, is it? I think let's take a look. He might be alright actually, because I might be talking rubbish. No, I think there's no end plate on that Renault. As Collins there, I'm not sure, he was just trying to get to the side there. I'm wondering if he's on a bit of road race there like Vettel. Oh goodness me, look at them all behind there. For the safety cars in the end of the side there. Forza there taking a very pedestrian pace there behind the safety cars, but it is a prerogative nonetheless. And Bert Mylander has been racing off that. We're back racing here in Silverstone in just a few months. There's a Mercedes off the track in the background as well. I think that was actually a Dead Rabbit there in 12th position. Then Forza's going to get going now. Then couldn't decide if so they stuck with A. It's him on her account, lol. That's it. So now we're back racing then, and Collins is in the pit straight away then. Forza leads then. Collins is in the pits and he's following Bert Mylander. Velocity is in second position there with Irish Newton Mushroom in third position. There we go. Mike in fourth position. Curly Red in fifth position then. And here we go then. This is going to be fantastic. And look at Mike. He's under a long pressure there from Curly Red. And he's going now into turn one then. 3-second penalty there for him. Nude Potato. As now we're coming into turn number 3. Turn number 2 now. Velocity in the second position moment. Dead Rabbit and Smithy. Dead Rabbit and Smithy are having a good old battle. Now Dead Rabbit, goodness me, off we went to the back of Sim Racer. And cool as a cougar bird, Smithy is back up in the 12th position there. Dead Rabbit's had to press now because Energetics has got on the inside there. Where are they? They're going to be Lionel Stern coming down the Wellington straight then. And let's see what he's going to do then. So and now then Dead Rabbit is in 12th position. Energetics in 13th. Ayrton is in 14th. Then RDW in 5th position. Collins is coming out on the medium tires. And Forza's got a decent 2-second gap already there. This is looking good for Forza. Can he get his first win in ALR, his first win in bronze as well? It is looking absolutely splendid, isn't it, for the McLaren driver at the moment? Brilliant stuff there. Both McLarens doing a very good job there, because we've also got Bradfield there under a new identity here tonight. Is in 6th position there, formerly known as Just B, is on course for some major points, and if he keeps going, good stuff indeed then. And as now we're on board then, as Kelly just rightfully points out that Nunda is having a fantastic race. They are in 8th position at the moment there. I remember, of course, out in Q3, sits in P8 is fantastic stuff, isn't it? From Nunda. Remember, making their debut here tonight. Forza set the fast lap of the race at 2.1 seconds of gap as well as we come through the complete lap 17 then. And Curly is now all over the back of Mike once again. Mike had a fantastic race in Abu Dhabi. He's having a splendid race here tonight as well. Now this is the battle for second and for third and second position. But there's a lockup from Velocity there. A lockup from Velocity as he is now starting to defend then. Energetics is on the inside of Rabbit, or is he? Oh goodness me, that's a crash. We've just seen RDW go into the barrier, and oh no, that's Ayrton off as well. Oh goodness me then. And oh dear, that's not good at all then. Ayrton damaged in the car again then, as German has passed the Williams there. Or has he? Yes, he has then. And yeah, that looked like, we saw the end of that. That looked like a violent old shunt there, didn't it? Coming down into turn one then. Yellow flags, there's no safety car, so we are as we are, and we're keeping on going then until we get otherwise. And yellow flag is still there for RDW. That car needs to get moved quite quickly then, as Collins has now got by as well then. A big smash there between Dead Rabbit, Ayrton, and I think RDW then. That is just my that's a guesswork, isn't it? Remember, I was completely wrong about Glock and Poorly Orange, wasn't I, last week? So anything could happen then, indeed. And no, Sam is saying Gavin is doing really well. There's a new F1 there. We've got, of course, Brandon saying, come on, Velocity and Energetics. They're doing a fantastic job. Energetics, Curly Red is up the outside of Mike, and Mike is getting just about enough space, and then Curly Red is on the inside then. But Mike is breaking, someone saying, look at that, look right, brilliant car control, brilliant touch on the brakes there, fantastic stuff. Oh goodness me, but Curly Red has come back on the inside then, and that's fantastic stuff. They come over the grid answers to us again. Mike is on the outside going into turn one, and Curly Red has the inside line. He has 4th position, and he takes 4th position. Fantastic stuff indeed then. As Energetics is in 12th position moment, then Velocity's doing a good job, but as Sim is off the track, and he's gone off in a big way in turn one then. Turn one is causing all kinds of problems, as Dead Rabbit I thought was also going to go to that place as well then. So we're down down. Turn 1 is really causing some really real problems out at the moment. Look at Jacob there. Oh, sorry, Bradfield. He's going to go on the inside there, but Mike is having none of that, is he? Incredible stuff indeed. Then Kelly saying the best moment of the race there. Wheel to wheel, brilliant stuff. The safest drawer on the circuit there. Which one is? Kelly was asking which one Gavin is, and it is Gunnar. Good Bradfield up the inside. Fantastic stuff there. And oh goodness me, and again very squirrely there as they come out of Cops Corner. Fantastic stuff there. And oh goodness me, is Bradfield making a sharp turn there. And now we've also got Gunnar who got sandwiched us, congratulating on how good he's been so far. We got Nude Mushrooms over the second position. He passes Velocity, incredible overtake, and he is on his way. Has he got the pace there to give Forza a food for thought then. Oh, it's Bradfield there. I'm having to correct the car slightly there. Energetics is in the points, and he's got past Smithy D then. Smithy D is trying to go back up and under, but the position is his, and Energetics is on his way then. Good stuff indeed then. And this is the battle here, isn't it, between Gurman, who is coming back from the field after he's had a very interesting race, to say the least. Then, hasn't he? Look at Gurman, he's all over the back of that Ferrari, isn't he? This has been look, Bradfield is off the track there at the McLaren there. He hasn't this anyone, but he needs to be careful to come back on the track then. There's a good old gap there between Dead Rabbit. Nunda is dropping down to some position because Energetics is now up into 8th position. He's coming back for the field now. He's got a 3-second deficit to himself. Gurman, there's a Gurman there, of course. Oh, it's only 12 points away in the championship, and he's blundering up the inside, passes Gunnar. Gunnar's going to go back up and under that Gurman there. It's Smithy D. It's Nunes out of the battle here as well, and Nunes not giving up though. Is he? Look at this, he's on the inside coming into left field. Look on the outside there, Smithy, he's through. He's having a night finish, fantastic stuff. Now Smithy up into ninth fed. Energetics is 8th, and Gurman is 7th, Gunnar 6th then. And now we've got Velocity, who is trying to come back at him, and look at this, these two now starting to hammer down on, starting to home in on Forza, which is not too far in front now. It's only 1.2 seconds in front of the moment. Then we've got DRS available. Look at the barrier. Now it's Curly Red. He's had a fantastic race so far. One of the best races of the season. And unfortunately RDV is out of the race there, which is such a shame. And look at Gurman is up the inside of Gunnar. Fantastic stuff. Gunnar's going to go back up and under there. He's on the soft tires. He is balanced. Gunnar's the Irishman is trying to get back up the outside. Gurman has got it, and he's got 6th position. Fantastic stuff. A brilliant race then so far. Absolutely splendid stuff here in Silverstone as they come through to complete lap 20 here. And look in the background, Gunnar's going to have to start to think about Energetics as well. And they come through turn 1 then. So as Velocity is oh goodness me, look at the front three are now starting to really concertina, and they're starting to really they're starting to really bunch up. That's the word I was trying to say. And there he is, and Forza, Nude Potato, Velocity, all in the same shot. Velocity's had a pretty difficult couple of rounds, hasn't he? He's had a fantastic start, didn't he, in Italy, and then since he hasn't been on the podium, now he's coming back through the field. Remember that so far Energetics has not finished off the podium. Well, he's going to have an almighty 5 laps to stay on the keep that record up, isn't he? And he's about 7/10 of a second away from Gunnar. Well, it's less than that now, because look how quickly he's gaining on Gunnar at the moment. And Gunnar is got to get up his momentum again, hasn't he, after being overtaken by Gurman just a minute ago. And look at this, and he's coming through Cop's corner right now. Brilliant stuff indeed then, as now we're on board. Come through Max and Beckett as well then. Nunda is currently in 10th for this moment, doing a great job on there, Davey. That's a fantastic race. That's a fantastic race for Nunda, and good points there for the Williams team as well. And look at this, and he's having a look there. Oh, it's a Energetics going to lost down for Sarah's going to go to the back wheel. No, all good indeed then. And they're coming into the final couple of corners as well then. We're keeping on now because I think that battle's far from done then. Forza has actually stretched out his lead up to 2/10 of a second again. New Patel there is just gone the inside end. Velocity locking up the front right wheel there on the Toro Rosso there, and locking up the inside. Oh my goodness me, that does a chance for there. He's got to have a good old bump out there. Oh, not a cracking battle at the moment. I don't know what I'm saying. He's on the outside. He passes Gunnar. Fantastic manoeuvre there from Energetics. That's brilliant stuff indeed. That basically there was just noise coming out of my mouth there. I wasn't really saying anything, was I? Which is enough unusual there. That's a brilliant overtake though from Energetics there. Caught him wrong footed there in turn 1, didn't he? And just bided his time there. He was like a snake in the grass, wasn't he? Fantastic. Now Forza is just trying to keep in trying to keep on our DRS zone, isn't he? Remember, we've heard in the past there from ALR drivers, it's very difficult to get out of the DRS zone when you get in it. So I think, and look at this, Forza is now New Potato is now in the DRS zone as well. So now this is 4 laps, and this is going to be the longest 4 laps of Forza's life, of Forza's career, I think, here in ALR so far. Look at him, and there is New Potato, and he is now he's now really showing his full front, isn't he, in that McLaren? Goodness me, then, as Sim saying, struggled all race with the car, felt like I was driving a boat all race. That's unfortunate. Gernman is now past Mike. Mike is dropping down in 6th position then, but Gernman has got to do another 4 laps on those tyres, and so Mike might not be out of this one just yet, so keep an eye on that. I think that, oh no, Mike has spun it, he has spun it there, and he is, oh dear, Mike there is having an incredible race there. Oh, it's not good, it's such a shame as well, and Nuna is coming through, then Mike has come back on the track then, and it looks like that Bradfield and Mike are going to once again back together. They seem to can't keep away from each other, can they? Oh dear, what a shame for Mike. He's still in the points at the moment. Look at this, and this is on the inside of Velocity going, and he's locked up there, and he managed to keep it on the side of the Alfa Romeo. Incredible stuff here, incredible stuff indeed. Then, wow, fantastic stuff. Darren saying Energizes with a lap down. He really was, wasn't he? Now he's come back. He is back up in the 6th position. He's done a superb job, hasn't he? This is the battle for the lead though. Lap 23 out of 26, and we've got 4 laps to go. Anything can happen in this race, and we are not done in dust just yet. We're on board with the side pod of the McLaren, and he's coming through Marcus and Beckett's now then. Absolutely phenomenal job then. Currently as a start to the championship, New Potato will take the lead in the championship. He's had a fantastic start to the Bronze League, isn't it? Remember, we've only got 9 races in bronze, so you have to strike whilst the iron's hot. New Potato's been fantastic. Bradfield's got on the taking Mike then. New Potato's going on the outside of Forza. Forza's trying to keep on the inside then. New Potato staying on the outside. Oh, Forza now just cut off it, and now he's going to go on the inside there. Not quite there. So Mike has dropped out of the points, and what a shame there. He's been battling in the top 10 for the race there, and just with a couple laps to go, it's just not going his way then. 3 cars are separated by less than a second there, with only 3 seconds and 3 laps to go, I should say. And he's coming through turn 2 as well then, and Velocity there, I thought he was going to go up and under there, but not quite then. And Forza then is currently leading this race then, but he's only by 10th of a second with DRS DRS detection zone is down this straight now. New Potato is gaining by figure. It's going to be Velocity who's going to be more interested. Oh no, he ain't, because oh my goodness me, and we see Velocity lock up once again, and those tires going to be like 50 pence pieces by the end of this race. He's going to go on the outside in left field, but nothing doing just there. Back on board then, yellow flag. Then we got Mercedes off the track. We got Mercedes, I think, off at turn 1. Then I think it's Dead Rabbit who's to come a cropper. Unfortunately, now we're going into, look at New Potato, almost a wheel on the grass there. On board with Velocity at the moment. Energetic has passed German. He's having a 5th position. Fantastic stuff there from Energetic. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? 2/10 of a second between Forza and New Potato. 2/10 of a second between Velocity and New Potato. This is brilliant, isn't it? Now on the back straight, they're coming down the back straight once again then. And look at this, and they're free. Look at this, 1, 2, 3 then. Who is going to win then the British Grand Prix? And he's coming into Stone, and he's having a look then. And Forza, and it's a Forza again, a Red X there, which isn't good at all. Nunda is dropping down to 11th position. I think Nunda has had an issue or two there in the Williams there. What a shame there. As Forza, I think Forza's doing a cracking job at the moment, isn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed. Then Mike is back on the 9th position. Bradfield has dropped down to 10th position as well. Then lap 25 out of 26. 2 laps to go in this race, and Forza still leads, and he's hanging on by the skin of his teeth at the moment. It's so close there. New Potato getting very that was a very aggressive turn in there for New Potato. I thought he was spinning there. No, not at all. I think he's got it well under control. These guys got more under control than I have, and I'm not even in the car. Brilliant stuff indeed. Coming down the Wellington straight once again. Now Forza there he's looking in the mirror, so he's looking in the mirror, so just darting to the inside line then, and that might compromise him. And it's New Potato there going out. No, not quite then. So I couldn't get my words out of my mouth once again then. And now coming through left field then, Forza then. Look at how much he snakes on the rear there. I think those rear tires are starting to overheat slightly here in Silverstone. It's a very intense final couple of laps here in Silverstone. Who is going to win? Remember, we only full about penalties. Yellow flag in one. It's out of Mercedes off again. I think it's Dead Rabbit. Dead Rabbit is not on a very good time out there, isn't he? Remember, he was on a fantastic start, but he is now trying to come back out there. And as Collins is by as well, as Dead Rabbit dropping down into 13th position there. Now we're on the hanger straight then. New Potato then is kept it very nip and kept it very tight then. Now he's gaining. He's on the inside then. He's on the inside. Look at this. He's on the inside. And Forza's on the outside. New Potato is taking the lead then. Oh, Forza is going to go over another then. And now he's going to go, having a go into to the final turn. Not quite there. And New Potato is taking the lead here in the British Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff. Out 26. And look at this. And Forza is defending for these going into turn 1. He's getting very defensive now, isn't he? New Potato is now got 5/10 for a second lead. 5/10 for a second deficit. So far as he's really looking. He's looking very much on the pace now, isn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed. Then. And now they're coming down the Wednesday straight once again on 26. Out 26. We've got Smithy D and Gunnar also battling away for 7th position. Once again, Gunnar doing a fantastic job here in bronze, isn't he? Really racking up some very good results, hasn't he? As now then we're coming into left field then. Forza, can he do the reverse of what New Potato did to him on the Hammer Straight? I don't think he can, because I think Forza's just strong with the pace now, isn't he? I think Velocity might be able to get 2nd position here. He's just got to keep it tight there through left field. Through Chapel, Maggots and Chapel and Beckett as well, which I've said completely wrong then. Look at this. I'm leaning from left to right with Velocity then, because he's coming through these quarters with such velocity as well. So you do a quiddo pun there as well. As he's coming out of Chapel, he's down the back straight then. And look at this. He's gaining. This is his last chance. I'm not sure about the penalty, so anything is going to happen on track, I'm sure of it. Now into Stowe then. And we're coming into the final couple of corners then. New Potato is going to go for his 2nd race win as Forza's defended. Foley's worth it. And a New Potato wins the British Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff. Forza. Oh no! Forza wins the British Grand Prix. Oh, exceptional stuff there. 2nd Velocity. Nude is in 3rd position. Curly is 4th. Energetics is 5th. Gurman in 6th position. And here comes Gunnar in that 7th position. There's too many G's in this thing, isn't there? Oh, Smithy D is 7th. Gunnar is 8th. Mike could have been on course for some very good points there. Unfortunately, he's down in 9th position. And Bradfield on his tape from McLaren again in the points there. Good stuff indeed there. Nuna on their debuts in 11th position. Good stuff indeed there. Now we've got a good old battle between Collins and Dead Rabbit. Dead Rabbit has really been struggling to turn 1, hasn't he? But I think those tires might have been past their best slightly. Oh my goodness me. Absolutely phenomenal stuff here in Silverstone. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then Collins there is coming through in 12th position, Dead Rabbit in 13th, and Ayrton will be in 14th position then. So we have got 5 race winners in 5 events, and this has been absolutely fantastic race here tonight, and it really has been. It's been absolutely stupendous stuff. Wow. As Forza saying, I'm sorry, my earpiece doesn't work, but I can't comment on the race. But I'm really glad for my first ALR race win. Absolutely brilliant stuff, Forza. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then, and now then we're just going to get onto the podium then as well. Then Darren saying GG Forza and all that finish there. Arthur saying a good race, Nunda, on your debut, brilliant stuff indeed. And cheers to the Irish and Velocity. And we've also got Nuna. So close to points. Oh, goodness me. And absolutely fantastic stuff indeed then. Apologies, as I am just we're just all we're seeing at the moment is we're just seeing a blue screen, as I just I'll go and see where Farf is at the moment. So just quickly invite him back in then. Oh, hang on a minute. We'll be there in just a minute then, as we're just gone for a bit of radio. Anyway, there we go. Back to the final results then from the British Grand Prix. Sorry about the dreaded blue screen of death and all that. Anyway then, so then let's quickly just go through the final race results from the British Grand Prix. Forza, what a drive here. He won this race at his first race win, and that is 5 race winners in 5 races. Absolutely stupendous. Velocity second then. New Potato was in third, but he still takes the lead. The Curly in 4th position, Energetics is 5th, Gurman 6th, Smithy D 7th, Gunnar 8th, Mike in 9th position, Bradfield is in 10th position, Nunda on their debut 11th position, Deadrout 12th, Collins 13th, Ayrton 14th, Retirement Sim, RDV, Blas, Tor Morosa and Lucius all retired from the British Grand Prix. Good 17 then. Forza, that D-pad though, is Forza saying, haha, D-pad power. And Sim saying, Becca Jones, you crushed the Welsh today. We've also got Sim, well done for Forza. Cheers, mate, and thanks for the comments, everyone. Yep, brilliant stuff indeed then. And now then, we are just, I think we're just going to see if we're going to get any comments from the rostrum winners in just a few moments. If anyone's actually joined in, that's, let's have a look. No, not at the moment then. So yeah, it's been a brilliant race around Silverstone. It's absolutely fantastic stuff here tonight. It's been legendary as always, and we've got a new championship winner, a new championship leader in bronze. It's been stupendously good, really has indeed then. Oh gosh, so remember next week we will be going to the good old USA, isn't it? And of course so gold will be on Sunday night at 6:30 UK time, 7:30 UK 7:30 UK time will be silver, and 7:30 UK time for bronze as well. So that'll be all back next week as well. I'm not sure. As Darren says, amazing show as always. Thank you guys, brilliant stuff indeed. Then Young Light saying great comments as well, pals. Yeah, thank you guys. That's nice comments as always. Just waiting to see if we're going to get any interviews or anything like that. I'm just waiting to see if we're going to get a go ahead or not. So whilst as we're hanging on then. I'm going to be honest, I'm struggling to talk now. Goodness me. It's been a cracking old race. It really has, hasn't it? I think we might have to leave it there. I think we will leave it there for now, unless anyone tells me otherwise. Thank you all for joining us today. It's been brilliant stuff, then. We will see you in a week's time as we will be back in action in USA. See you then.